Good morning, Bramblers. I'm here on my own at the moment this morning, which is mightily unusual. It's a nice day. A little bit misty today, a little bit chillier than it has been, but a good day. Richard's busy working, so I thought I'd come over and try and sort Bramble a little bit. If you've been watching, which you should have been, we've been trying to sort the garden out quite a bit. And there's definitely progress with that. But I think one of the problems for us, as I'm sure so many renovators know, is when you come in and there's this constant state of mess, it's really depressing. And there's that little bit of hesitation as you open the front door and you think, oh, there's a smell to it, there's a grime. And so I haven't got a set job today. What I thought I would do is actually try and really clear through the house. The next step of work is going to be, we're going to complete the bedroom. We've decided that is the room closest to completion, and in fact I'll take you up there while the kettle's boiling, making myself a cup of coffee. As you can see, I'm going to just take you through so you can see this is going to be the dining snug. It's not quite enough for a room. This is a really depressing room when you come in. I'll try and show you from. We believe we have, no, we know we definitely still have a damp issue down here. We've decided we're going to take this fireplace down. There's still a leak upstairs, although Rich and I will probably may need to get a proper roof in. We don't know. Springtime we'll be able to get out there and have a better look. We're taking this down because the room is such a tight squeeze. We have a door to what's the orange tree now kind of extension, door to the front door to the kitchen, and the room is so tight there's really nowhere to put a table. So my idea is when we knock this through, these walls are so bad, we're going to panel up them. We're going to panel this wall, we're going to panel this wall. I'm keeping my repointing wall because I feel like at least we retain some of the character. We're then I'm going to make a corner bank. So a corner seating, it's Austria German Sitzbank. So basically a corner seating unit. I'm going to have a go at the table I have to see, because with that we can extend it when it's just the two of us. So basically a table that can be kind of tucked in, but the idea is that it will be able to be a decent sized table when we do actually have our family over here. I think that's the best way for the room to work. It'll be a while before we can replace this window. We'll just do a clear panel, I believe, to let the light in. And I'm actually thinking I fancy doing some paint on the window. I like the thought. We can't afford a stained glass, and if I start doing a stained glass course, heaven only knows where that will lead me. I've done some painting on tea lights, things like that, which I quite like. And while we haven't spent any money on the window, until we can replace it, that would be an exciting project. But this room to walk into is a really depressing room that still smells very damp. So this is for further down the line. We've got some people in to discuss the damp, hopefully today, or give us a better way forward. They're also coming to look at the living room as well. So although we've come on well with the living room, we'll wait and see. But I'm going to take you upstairs to the room we want to get on and finish. And so this does get exciting for me, I believe. So the plaster's been done, so that's going to be a job shortly. We need to get some new skirting boards. Oh, I'm going to forget what they're called over there. Kickboards, believe I'm right, maybe saying. The repointing is done over here. Not 100% sure on it. However, when they come in, we'll get them to check all over here as well. As time goes on, maybe we'll panel it. Who knows? We'll see. But for the foreseeable future, what I'm going to do is to rub down all the woodwork in here, rub down the doors, and that way I can paint. And so with the room painted, we'll get some carpet put down. We've got a room, and it will be a better room than downstairs at the moment. We think if we just bring stuff up here, it's really light, and it will really be so, I think, such a huge lift for us to finish this room. Now, I don't know whether you saw as well. Sorry, got fingers over the lens. We bought this, and this is going to be our vanity unit for the bathroom. Fits in snug as a bug in a rug, but it fits, and so that will be a job. So after this room is done, we're going to go to the bathroom. Now you can see we've got a lovely radiator. We have the toilet. The walls are done except from the end wall, so that we need to get cement board up there. And then we've decided we're going to use a lino because we've made the decision this isn't going to be our forever home, and there's so much expense going on that I believe if we get good quality, that'll be fine. We're going to put some wood paneling up. We've decided to have more of a character that suits the cottage. We've changed our minds so many times, but that's what you can do, my prerogative. And then at some point we'll alter the door. Open plan isn't the key, we think. But it's given us a good way forward. So hopefully you can see as well that bedroom, that's definitely got light at the end of the tunnel. And so that's what we're going to concentrate on there, and then onto the bathroom. But for today, I need to make myself a cup of coffee and come back down with me, and then decide whether I'm going to be in the garden or in here. I'm thinking it may be the garden because we've got a really good long spell of good weather. That is changing at the end of next week. I'm wanting to get some things planted up and some seeds planted up, and some new things to go in. But I've been a little bit hesitant because it is so dry. But I think it looks like this is going to be a good time. We also, I don't know how much I can do, but we're trying to clear as much as the garden so we can see as much as the garden as possible. There are so many logs which I won't be able to lift because they're bigger than me. They're bigger than me and Rich put together, I think, some of them. But hopefully, if we can clear as much, we've got a nice straight stretch of garden. That will feel like a really good achievement. So, plenty to get on with. Cup of coffee first, and I'll get back to you. Okay, Bramblers, so quick change of plan before Rich comes over and finds the biscuits again. I'm going to have yet another good clean of the kitchen. It is so important, I think, to keep on top of things. It's been a little while. Rich has been over here a few times. I think by giving it another great good clean and deciding the way forward, getting a better space, that will make things a lot easier for us every time we do come over. So a clean is in order for today. Hi everybody and welcome to Bramble Renovation. This week's video is a little bit different and I wanted to explain why to you. There's really not any renovation. We're just what we would call pootling around the cottage, doing some tidying. And the reality is we've had a tough few weeks. This is really down to one of the side effects of Richard's cancer that we weren't expecting. For those of you that have been watching the renovation, you will know how hard Rich works and how much he pushes himself. One of the things that we deal with off camera that you don't normally see is Rich suffers from chronic fatigue, and this is really and truly debilitating. We've been with the oncologist and talked to him about it. It looks as if there's nothing ominous, so that's really, really good news. There is no rhyme or reason as to why some people that have had chemotherapy suffer from this. There just seems to be some that do suffer with really severe aches, pains, and this chronic fatigue. The downside is that there's really nothing they can do about it, and it may possibly not go away. The good news is, you know, small price to pay to be alive and to enjoy every day. But it seems to have got worse recently, and I think a lot of it can be mental as well. The mental stress of Bramble, the financial worries, the lack of time, you know, fitting it in through busy work days, family, etc., etc. Not complaining, just wanting to be honest with everybody. So this week, I've tried to put together just a small video so you can see that we are still pootling along. Richard is still working hard, but to give you some idea, he can wake up in the morning, have breakfast, and then need to sleep. He'll then push himself and have a long walk, because obviously exercise and the fresh air is really good, but then he'll need to sleep again, and then he can continue and have a full night's sleep again. So some days far better than others, but it's just a bit of a roller coaster. So that's why sometimes the videos probably seem as if, you know, we're not doing them much, and reality is sometimes we're not. Coupled with that, for the ladies out there, is I'm really struggling at the moment with the menopause, but I've got medication, so hopefully that will give me a new lease of life and have me back to my normal self. But you know, it's just normal life when you're a bit older. So I just wanted to say, please bear with us. Hopefully you'll enjoy the birds in the distance, you know, in our garden. It's always a joy. So maybe just take the video a few minutes to relax, and we certainly have far more ahead of us, hopefully far more exciting videos ahead. But we really appreciate you sticking with us and watching. We really appreciate the support. We know it's we haven't always got really exciting things going on. That's just our real life. And also, you know, it's one of those things, we're at the moment saving up. We're needing windows and doors, so we're trying to save up the money for them. But that'll be another huge exciting milestone at Bramble. And in the next week or so, I'm going to be priming the bedroom and the hall stairs and landing, so that will be a massive step ahead. So lots of exciting things ahead, and please bear with us, and thank you so much for watching. And if you haven't already, please subscribe.